I remember thinking, why does the sky look like that? Like it's on fire. It took me a few seconds to realize why. The sky was on fire. We never thought that they would come for Star Command. The crown jewel of the Galactic Alliance, nestled at the heart of the Gamma Quadrant. The most heavily defended of all our outposts. At least that's what we wanted people to believe. We had sent reinforcements from Star Command to Sector 4 as part of a push to reclaim a string of captured worlds. Only a skeleton security force remained behind, of which I was one. It was my first posting. I barely knew which end of my laser the red beam was supposed to come out of, and suddenly, descending like locusts from behind a curtain of burning sky, there they were. The Emperor's elite force. A nightmare-class fleet, a writhing mass of blackest black, amorphous, malevolent, not fully living, but not entirely machine either. We didn't stand a chance. They rained down insanity on us, pain beyond pain. I saw bolts of antimatter turn my comrades inside out, spasming and barely alive, unable to scream. I watched helplessly as logic bombs sucked away their reason, rendering them rabid zombies, emptied of everything save a terrifying, insatiable bloodlust. I had to shoot my bunkmate to stop him from eating my face. I remember looking down at my left arm, expecting to see it, but it wasn't there. Just a thread of disintegrating black crystal where there had once been a useful limb. I remember opening my mouth, looking around for somebody to hear my last request, a simple request. Please, just let me die. And then. We had often speculated, from the earliest days of the Academy, what it meant. That famous phrase, infamous, you could say. A family motto, a personal prayer of good luck, or perhaps, in our more conspiratorial moments, a carefully managed piece of public relations. After all, by this point in the war, Buzz Lightyear was a legend. A symbol, representing the very best that a Space Ranger could be. There were rumors that he had been fighting the war for so long that he'd nearly had every organ and limb replaced, apart from his brain. Perhaps it was just a slogan, something to rally the troops, focus grouped and drip-fed into the citizenry. It doesn't matter, because when I saw that winged silhouette breaking through the burning clouds, sunlight glinting off the dome of his helmet, I beat my chest with my one good hand and screamed those words until my throat was raw and bloody. I screamed those words so everyone could hear. And one by one, the others began to scream it as well. To infinity and beyond. I don't know how long the fight lasted. It could have been minutes, it could have been hours. All I know is that in that time, Buzz Lightyear of the elite Universe Protection Unit of the Space Ranger Corps took every drop of mind-scrambling violence that had been visited on his comrades and visited it back upon the enemy 100-fold. The sky had burned before, but now, as it tasted his roar and righteous fury, it shrank back in terror, and the atmosphere itself rippled as Zurg's horde was torn asunder, their ruined flesh falling like cold, dark, stinking rain. And then. We had heard rumors of Emperor Zurg's transformation. There were whispers that he had found something 1,000 miles beneath the surface of a distant forgotten moon. A corpse. The remains of an elder being, frozen when the universe itself was young. The husk of a god. Some believed that he had excavated it, burrowed inside to learn its secrets, performed experiments, changed himself somehow. I had always waved my hand, dismissing the rumors with a nervous laugh, but then I saw him, dropping from orbit like the hammer of the gods, falling through a rip in the fabric of space-time. A colossal figure, hundreds of stories tall, his purple armor ablaze with eldritch energy. I saw him crush Star Command beneath one enormous foot. Then he laughed, and I screamed, my eardrums bursting at the unimaginable ferocity of the sound, laughter that could be heard from one end of the sector to the other. I fell to my knees and watched them fight, two titans striking soundlessly with supernova blows. Buzz Lightyear ducking and weaving, the vast and lumbering god Emperor Zurg sending out pulsating shockwaves with every movement. I saw Zurg swat Lightyear out of the sky. I saw Lightyear fall. I saw him hit the ground barely 10 feet away from me and lie still. And as Emperor Zurg turned to devour the last of our forces, I crawled across the blackened ground, deaf and one-armed, unable to hear even my own screams. I used my good hand to brush the shards of broken visor from Buzz Lightyear's bloodied face. And then... I saw his lips move, and I felt the words. I felt them pass through him, out of him, through the choked and stinking air to me. To infinity. I felt them rewriting my DNA, changing me from the ground up. I felt my arm grow back. No, not my arm. A new arm. His arm. And I felt myself fade, imprinted, overwritten. And when I stood up, I was no longer that scared young cadet. I was Buzz Lightyear, and suddenly I understood his secret, how he had fought for over 100 years. He was never just a space ranger. Buzz Lightyear was an idea, a promise. And so I smiled. I closed my brand new visor. I extended my brand new wings, and I spoke that magical spell, that talisman, a sword made of language. To infinity and beyond. And I flew! I don't know how long it lasted. Minutes, hours, days. By the time I was finished, Emperor Zurg lay shattered, bleeding among the ruins of Star Command, like Ozymandias, a colossal wreck, boundless and bare on the barren and violated surface of our homeworld. His hordes, lost without their leader, fled to be quickly picked off by our remaining forces. By midnight, Galactic Standard Time, the war was over. I did what was expected of me. I made speeches, I accepted medals, I cut the ribbons on memorial gardens, libraries, schools, the new and improved Star Command. I smiled for photographs, allowed myself to be posed, arranged, dictated to, like a toy, an action figure, a child's plaything, and as soon as it was prudent, I took my leave. I'm not sure that the universe is ready for the truth about Buzz Lightyear. I certainly wasn't. Did I even deserve to be chosen as his vessel? Or was it merely a marriage of convenience? I will never know. I have not spoken the words to another soul for many years now. They no longer feel as though they belong to me. They belong to the galaxy, to the people and their children. But sometimes I sit alone and I look up at the night sky and I breathe it in. And I think to myself, to infinity and beyond.